Morning, everybody. Online. Morning, morning, morning. Hi, Alice. Get your yoga mat. You might actually need a chair today. We're going to work on some poses that require balance. Or just something to hold on to. If you don't, well, go get a chair. You've got time. Hi, Debbie. You might, I don't know about you, but you might need a chair today too. We're going to be working on some poses that do require balance. If you've got a block, Deb, you know how to do these poses, possibly with having a block underneath you. Just depends on where we all are in our yoga practice. We got about 1 minute before we start class. I know that sun is coming in my window, really making lots of beautiful light. You are going to need a block and a strap to start out with while we warm up. So why don't we just go ahead and get down on our mat. Get that strap and that block close by. We're gonna get our hips loosened up. So let's start in a seated position. Oh, just let our breath calm down. Just take some time to bring yourself into the room that you're in, into that mat that you're on. And just focus on your breath, letting everything else go. And then gently drop your chin to your chest. Let your head become heavy. Let that exhalation relax those muscles in your neck and your shoulders. Then roll right ear to right shoulder. Take that right hand, gently place it on that left shoulder. Releasing any stress, any tension. Release. Take your chin back to your chest. Roll left ear to left shoulder. Place that left hand on your right shoulder. If you've just joined me, we're going to be working on some poses today that require some balance. So you'll see off in the corner, I do have a chair. So you might want that. You definitely will want your block and your strap this morning to get ourselves loosened up before we do any of that. Release, take your chin back to your chest. And then draw your head, the crown of your head up toward the sky. Lengthen that spine. Shoulders gently released away from your ears. Shoulders rolled back and down. Look over your right shoulder. Take that left hand to the outside of your right thigh and then circle that right hand behind you. You can do a fingertips with cup palm back there, and then lengthen that spine even more and look over that right shoulder for a midsection stretch. Breathing into that midsection. Remembering in this particular pose, your spine is still active. The crown of your head still reaching toward the sky, and that tailbone's rooted into the earth. Let's come back to center. Cup your hands over your knees. Take a deep breath and round and release your spine. Roll back. Tuck your chin to your chest. Release your shoulders away from your ears. Let's give that back a nice stretch right now. Deep breath. Press it into that back. As you inhale through the nose, taking that breath down to the bottom of your lungs. And then as you exhale, press that breath into your back. Now as you come out of this, keep your navel tucked tight to your spine to protect that lower back and roll up. Now let's take that right hand to the outside of the right knee. We're going to take that left hand, circle it behind us, fingertips with cup palm back there, and take a deep breath. Lengthen even more, and spinal twist. See if you can take this left shoulder and draw it back. You'll feel the stretch coming across the front of it. Breathe and stretch. Crown of the head still active, reaching up toward the sky, and that tailbone is rooted into the earth. Come back to center. Let's round and release that spine once again. Roll back. Release and roll up. We're going to go down on our back and do a pelvic release. Get that lower part of our body stretched out so that when we do come up on our feet, we have some really good movement through those hips. So come on down. Let's start by taking knees to chest and stretching through that lower back. See if you can take your hands halfway down your legs and draw those knees in closer. And then just breathe into the stretch. You can rock gently side to side here if you'd like. It's a nice little massage for that lower back. Let's start by doing some lateral stretching. Let's keep that left thigh tucked in and take that knee out toward your left shoulder. And we're going to lengthen this right leg down on the mat. I want you to flex your foot here and then take this right arm overhead. And now, pressing through your heel, stretching through your fingertips, give that right side a good stretch. Remember to breathe. I like to do 3 to 5 breaths here. Let's bring it back. We're going to take this right knee out toward the right shoulder. Hold it nice and tight with that right hand. Lengthen that left leg out long. Flex that foot and take that left arm overhead. Now you see that I have my fingers pointed and my thumb is facing down, so I can get a really nice stretch down this left side. Bring that knee back to the chest. Do a little rock side to side. And then I'm going to start by opening up the hips. Keep that left leg tucked in again. And now, we're going to take that right leg down. Now we're going to take this left leg out to the side. Wind frame pose. You can feel the stretch down the inner thigh into that hip. Take this right arm out to the side. So you're grounding this right shoulder and keeping the whole entire right side of your body grounded on the mat. Just breathe into that left hip, that left inner thigh. Don't have to press down, just the gentle wave of your hand is enough. Bring it back to center. Now we're going to take this right hip, tuck it under the left. Take the left arm out that side, ground that left shoulder, and bring this leg across. Wow. There's that stretch across the lower back. Gently drawing that left leg over. Just breathe into that lower back. Let your breath, let that exhalation do the work. Exhalations are wonderful. They can get so much done for you. Again, 3 to 5 breaths. And then you're going to roll back to center, straighten out those hips. Tuck your knees to your chest. And let's go to the other side. Lengthen that left leg out. Left arm goes out to the side, grounding that left shoulder. And let's drop this right leg down. We try and keep this knee as much at hip height as you can. If you can only be down here, that's fine. If you can bring it up, and then gently press it open. Feel that stretch. And remember, each side of your body is so different from the other, so they're going to feel different. Bring that knee back. Now let's tuck that left hip under the right. You see I do that by using, just lifting up and then tucking. Right arm goes out to the side, right shoulder is grounded. Left hand gently draws that right leg over the left hip. This feels so good. This is such a great stretch. We're so tight in that lower back and across that pelvis. Gently roll back to center, straighten out those hips, tuck your knees to your chest, and gently rock side to side. All right, and if we're ready for a little pelvic release, get your block. Make sure you put your feet down on the mat, put your feet together so they touch, and then take that block on the long side and place it between your thighs. Press into it. You're going to stabilize that upper body from hips up with your upper arms by pressing them into the earth. I'm not actually squeezing I'm not making a fist, but I'm just gently pressing down. And now we're going to rock those hips side to side 10 times. And when the block is long like this between your thighs, you can rock wider, deeper, more of a swing, whatever you want to call it, than you will as we advance. This is 3, 4, 5. Keep pressing into that block. 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Now, let's take that block, and now we're going to turn it the thin way and place it between your thighs. Again, press into it. Stabilize that upper body. You don't want it to move. You just want from your hips down moving. You're going to find this time that you will not go as far as you did with the block the other way. And just start to rock. 2, 3, you're going to really feel it. 4, you've got that upper body stabilized. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. All right, we're going to take that block, set it aside, and now get our strap. Take that strap, wrap it around from the back of your thighs, around to the front. Feet are still together. And now we're going to press those thighs together. Cross that strap around so your right hand has left strap, your left hand has the right strap, and you're going to pull. You don't have to worry about stabilizing the upper body here. Just pull and keep those thighs tight. And rock. You're not going to go as far this time. 2, 3, are you breathing? 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. And then gently lay that strap down. You can keep it underneath you, whatever you want. Make sure your block is close by. We're going to keep those feet together. We're going to go up into bridge, except in this bridge, I want your palms facing upward. Go ahead and tuck those shoulder blades underneath you. Squeeze those glutes and lift up. Press like you have a tennis ball between your knees. Press into that ball. You can feel it up through the inner thighs into that pelvic floor. It's a great pelvic floor exercise. Each breath, taking that breath into the belly, let that belly rise. If you need to, place your hands on your belly. You can feel that you've got that breath all the way down here. And then we're going to take this block and at its lowest level, we're going to slide it underneath us so that your lower back and your pelvis rests on it. And then I want you to draw your knees back to your chest. Make sure you're on that block comfortably. And take those legs up in the sky. Just let those arms rest at your side. And just for a few moments, just sit in this pose. This is a great relaxation pose. Feel that blood rushing down your legs, up into that brain, making it nice and healthy. Do some ankle circles here. Get those ankles. If you haven't been working the feet and ankles at all, spread your toes wide. Point. Flex. Point. Flex. Point. And flex. Now, bring those knees back to your chest. We're going to put the right foot down, then the left. Now we're going to do a little hip flexor stretch. This is going to really stretch from right about the bottom of the rib cage all the way down into the hips. Take that right leg out, flex the foot, rest on the heel. Left leg out, rest on the heel. Whoa! Breathe. Let those hip flexors stretch. If you've never seen a picture of what, because I always am stretching my hip flexors, what they look like, Google it sometime. It's interesting to see what nice long muscle that is. More of a ligament, I would think. But it needs stretching, especially with all the sitting we've been doing lately. Now, stay here, or if you'd like to try and you know that you can lift up one more level, take it, and now rest up a little higher. Whoa, what a stretch. Get those shoulders tucked under. So you can lift your head and all your weight's on your neck and shoulder, on your shoulders, not your head and neck. And then your palms turn toward the sky. Oh. Gotta breathe through this one. Those hip flexors are really talking back today. And then to come out of this, place both feet on the mat. Go back up into your bridge. Take that block out. Stay up in your bridge. And now roll that spine down one vertebrae at a time. Tailbone comes last. Take those legs out long. Point your toes. Take your arms overhead. Let's again, thumbs toward the ground. Stretch up through the fingertips. Deep breath. And then tuck those knees back to your chest and rock side to side. Go ahead, set your strap aside. We're going to roll over onto our side. And then up onto our hands and knees. Make sure those knees are directly under your hips. A lot of times when you go on hands and knees, you bring those knees in closer, and then you haven't got as wide a base. Keep them under those hips. Fingers are spread wide, directly under the shoulders. Put yourself into your neutral spine. So we're going to take that tailbone, draw it back, draw the crown of your head forward. So you've got a stretch going in that spine. And then go up into your cat back stretch. Tuck everything to your spine. Tuck your chin to your chest. And now spend a few breaths and just press them into your back. Drop down into cow pose, and all we're doing here is tilting the pelvis. Navel drops toward the mat. Keep pressing up through those arms. Now turn and look forward and add that stretch, sternum to chin. Take that breath into your lower back. Return your spine to neutral. And let's work these two poses with the breath, starting here in neutral. Inhale. Exhale, cat. Inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. Inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. Inhale, cow. And exhale, cat. And inhale, cow. Press back through the palms of your hands and sit over those lower legs. Then bring that rib cage down. Rest it on your thighs. You'll automatically drop to your forearms. You can stack your hands here. Rest your forehead on your head. Again, this is a stretch through the lower back, and you're going to feel it through the thighs. Let that breath do its work. All right, and then we're ready to transition up on our feet. So we're going to bring our hands a little more forward in front of our shoulders. Then bring those shoulders over the wrists so we're putting our hips at an angle to our knees. Tuck our toes under, downward facing dog. Bring your feet in so you can just fit a fist in between your big toes. Relax those ankles. Start to bicycle those legs. Really get the back of those legs stretched out. As you bicycle, dropping those heels, pressing them toward the mat. Press through the palms of your hands so you're pressing your upper body, deepening your V. And then we're going to walk our feet forward, coming into forward fold. Have your block close by for a spinal twist. And you can use that block whatever level you like, high, medium, low, and place it next to your left foot. I'm gonna go, I'll do it. I'm gonna place the left hand on that block for support. We're gonna bend the left knee, straighten the right leg as much as you can, and take that right arm up toward the sky. Your whole chest will rotate to the right. Standing spinal twist. See if you can look up at your thumb. And breathe. Breathe up the back of that right leg. Inhale, exhale, back to forward fold, and switch sides. Right hand goes on that block. All of your body weight on that right side is there. Right knee bends as much as you can. Left leg straightens. Take that arm around. Look up at your thumb if you can. Breathe into the back of that left leg. Mine's telling me it's really tight. Inhale, exhale, back to forward fold. All right. Let's lift, straighten those legs. Place your hands on your shins and press up into a nice flat back. Gently look forward so you've got that stretch from sternum to chin. Tuck those abdominals in here. Keep that lower back protected. And then hands to your hips and slowly come up. All right, really good. This is where the chair comes in. So I'm gonna go get my chair. And I think I probably am gonna use it. I'm gonna use it with the back toward me. All right, so what are we gonna do? So we're going to practice our warriors. Warrior 1, Warrior 2, and Warrior 3. And I'm going to start us out. I'm going to start us out probably on the ground. So go back to the top of your mat. Inhale, arms to the sky. Swan dive. Come down. And you're going to step back onto hands and knees again. Give yourself some room. We're going to start out by taking your right leg forward into a hip flexor stretch, into a lunge, a modified lunge. So bringing that right knee directly over the ankle, and this left leg is from hip to knee. Is that an angle? You're going to feel that stretch through that left hip flexor again. Hands on your right thigh. Spine is long, crown of the head reaching toward the sky. All right, we're going to start this way because we're going to start in Warrior 1. And in Warrior 1, your toes, your front leg, your toes are actually straight forward because in most of our warriors, our hips are to the side. In Warrior 1, your hips are to the short top side of your mat. So what I'm going to have you do is tuck those left toes under and then turn that left foot into your warrior foundation so your heel is back a little further than your toes. And you're going to keep this knee bent, come up, and that's why the chair is there, for balance. And try and keep those hips turned forward. Arms are at your side. You're gonna feel an immense stretch down this left side. We want this right knee pressing out to your pinky toe. We're almost there. Take those arms and fan them up to the sky. This is not an easy pose. So one of my secrets here is right now my foot is straight forward. To give me a little more balance, I'm going to take and lift those toes and turn them in just a little bit. If It gives me a little wider base. Try that. And then sit deep. You want to be rolling to the outside of that back foot, not into the arch. So press out. And then from here, we're going to turn this into Warrior Two by taking our arms out. See what happens? Your hips immediately turn toward the long side of your mat. I'm going to turn my foot back. Now I'm pretty wide in my foundation. You don't have to be that wide, you can bring it in. So just find what's comfortable for you. I'm challenging my body this morning. Oh, help. All right, so we're sitting deep into our warrior. That knee keeps wanting to come in, keep pressing it out. And then from here, we're going to turn back. Hips are going to turn back around. I'm going to grab a hold of the chair. Because what you want to do now is bring your weight forward onto this right leg. And this leg is going to come up into the air. This is the foundation for Warrior 3. If you're holding onto your chair, take one arm, place it in front of you. Take the other arm and see if you can balance. Now, the trick here is keep this left leg, you want to keep it up, but you also want that foot active. So see, my foot is flexed, my toes are pointing out toward the side, and I'm turned, that right foot's turned in again. That leg is straight, it's supporting me. And then bring it back down. Not as easy. It's easy, it's not as easy as it looks. All right, let's try the other side. Okay, let's go to the bottom of the mat. Inhale, arms to the sky. We're gonna swan dive again. Come down onto our hands and knees. Sit into child pose for a moment. Rest and recover. And then come back up. This time, take the left leg forward and go into your modified lunge. And walk those toes forward even more. Got that angle from my hip down to my knee, both hands on the left thigh. Shoulders are rolled back and down, the crown of the head reaching toward the sky. See, when we already did the pelvic release this morning. You really need it in these poses. All right, ready? Hands down to the mat. Tuck those left toes under, come up, turn that left foot so the heel is back a little further than the toes. Remember that alignment. If you were to draw a line from your heel down the mat, it would hit right at the arch of that right foot, the left heel to the right arch. Come up, got your chair there if you need it. Drop your arms to your sides. Lengthen that spine here. Shoulders roll back and down. Take that left knee out toward the pinky toes. You got that good stretch going on. Roll out to the outside of that right foot and fan those arms up. Warrior one. Really have to breathe through this one. This brings up the heat. You all look good. Now let's open to Warrior Two. See what happens, the hips turn toward the long side of the mat. Shoulders are rolled back and down. Nothing's happened to this foundation. It's still the same. As a matter of fact, those legs are probably talking to you by now. And now we're going to turn back around, drop your arms to your sides, get that body just where you want it to be. Reach forward to your chair if you need to. Bring all that weight to that left leg. I have to move back because the back of my chair is so high. And bring that leg up. I'm going to move this. So get that leg up. Toes pointed out to the side. This left leg is very stable. And then see if you can let go. Left arm forward. This is the harder side. Right arm forward and hold. You're holding onto the chair. Just get that leg up and hold it there. And then bring it down. Whoa! That's a workout. All right. Good work. If you've got water, go ahead and get some. And then come back to the center of your mat. Just for a moment, let's ground and center. Bring hands to heart center. Close your eyes, tuck your chin to your chest. Inhale, arms up. And swan dive, forward fold. Soften your knees. Take those ribs, place them on your thighs. Shake out your head. Then step those legs out wide. Toes pointed to the outer corners. Let's rock that body out. Take your hands, place them on your elbows. Take your forehead, place it on your forearms, and just let that spine stretch. Rock side to side. You can feel that nice stretch through the legs and the back. Then place your hands back under your shoulders, press up, walk those feet in, and come back down. And let's go back down on our backs. Knees to chest. Rock side to side. Legs out long, feet flexed, pressing those heels into the mat. Arms are at your sides. And we're going to do our little release now of the spine. And I just want you to just get that body rocking up and down and up and down. Nice deep breaths. Hands are soft, fingers are softly curved. Get that head going, just get that entire spine, get all the tension and stress worked out of it. At the beginning of January, I told everybody I was going to kind of shorten the classes down because I'm watching activity drop in an hour class. So I'm trying to see if I can hold your attention and just focus on some specific poses, stretches. So let's stop, let those feet flop open. You can stay here, maybe turn on your own music and just be. that gratitude that you brought with you into your heart to class today. Maybe you can just sit with it for a while. So stay in your nice reclined pose, your Shavasana. I'm gonna come up. And I'm going to wish you all a wonderful day, a wonderful week. There's lots going on. Just breathe through it and keep that gratitude in your heart. There's so many wonderful things about to happen. So my wish is namaste. My spirit honors yours. Thanks for coming to class. See you soon.